Hi, everybody, and welcome to Love, Lies, and Litigation. I'm here to help you protect your heart, honor the truth, and always fight for what's fair because you deserve it. Today, we have a very special guest with us, someone who many of you know and love from MTV's Jersey Shore. She's bold, she's a badass, she's unapologetic, always evolving, and my friend, Angelina Pivarnick. She's here, and we're going to touch on everything love, lies, and litigation. Welcome, my friend.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
I am so happy. You know what, everyone? Angelina and I go way back.
Way back.
Way back. We met each other at a party.
An event years ago.
Yeah, I'm talking like maybe 10 years ago.
I would say 10, 11 years ago.
Right? Crazy. Yeah. And we became friends, and I always watched your career.
We've always stayed in touch.
Yep, we stayed in touch, and I was so proud of you. And then shit hit the fan.
Oh, yeah.
A couple times. And then, you and I were always on the same page, and you knew I always had your best interest at heart.
Yep.
And then we collaborated. You're a former client and somebody that I really love and respect.
I love you too.
And I'm just so happy that you're here.
I told you I was coming.
And you made it.
I made it here on time, everybody, and that's a big thing.
Yes.
Because Angelina runs on her own time. I'm talking about myself in third person. But I was like, I'm not letting Vikki down today. I'm getting there.
You're just so sweet. I love you.
I told you when I say I'm coming somewhere, I'm going somewhere.
Yeah,
so.
you beat me, and I'm very punctual.
I was telling my Uber driver, fucking step on it. I was like, can I curse?
I think you can.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to curse that much.
No, it's fine. He'll take it
Okay.
out. But thank you for being here.
No,
and
thank you for having me.
You know what? Committing,
Finally.
being a person of your word is important because you know what? You have a persona out there that everyone thinks they know, Angelina. But we're going to dive into kind of the love story that you have. And people need to get to know you, the true you. Yeah. I know the real you. And I think people would fall more in love with you after they get to know you more and more.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's rock.
Let's do it.
Let's get into love. So, Angelina, you've been engaged more than once.
Yes.
Been in love under the bright lights of reality TV and walked through more romantic chaos than most people see in a lifetime. So let's start with the good stuff, love. When you think about relationships that have shaped your life, who comes to mind first?
I would have to say who shapes love. I would say yourself. I would have to say that, you have to, and being loved, which is, it's been hard for me in my life because growing up as a child, I really didn't have that in my household. So,
and it starts with that, right? Your childhood wounds and not looking in the mirror and loving yourself because your family isn't necessarily supportive or they were mistreated when you were growing up. So you make a great point because most people, I don't know if they self-loathe or they love themselves or they want to pick apart themselves. So if you don't love yourself, how can you really love somebody else?
It's very true. I mean, I've had a crazy life and it's been a lot of ups and downs in relationships and, trying to learn, and I'm still, every day taking it day by day, but it's been tough and the divorce really got me and, I still feel like it's, it's kind of like, wow, did that really happen to me in the public eye? And, it was tough. It was very tough. But thank God for you because you definitely swooped in and helped me. So I love you for that.
Wow. Listen, every client that's going through a divorce, not only you, but especially you, were near and dear to my heart, deserves somebody that's going to support them, that's going to give them the right strategy and the right advice to navigate a difficult time because divorce is like a death. And most people don't realize, like you're coming out of all of these emotions,
100%.
right? Anger, hurt, feeling, like you can't get out of bed. You thought you were marrying someone for an eternity. And then all of a sudden, the carpet gets, ripped up and you're like, oh my God, what happened? Like it's over.
Yep.
And to divorce somebody privately is one thing. To divorce somebody in the public eye where everyone thinks they know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
How is that for you?
It was so tough. And, a lot of people have the whole story wrong because they don't really know what happened. Just put it this way. I was lied to. And unfortunately, I wish him the best and everything, and I always say that, but, my 30s were basically taken from me, and 30s are big.
Yeah. You're figuring, you're trying to figure yourself out. Who am I? What do I like? What I don't like? So when you say you were lied to, do you mean when you're dating somebody, you think that they want the same things as you, they love you for you, and that when you get married, it didn't turn out that way?
Yeah. I mean, and then I just didn't have what that person wanted, and I don't know why they just didn't say that from the jump. And it's really crazy out there in this world today because you really don't know somebody, especially after 6 years. I didn't know that person.
So how does that work? You're dating, you're living together, and you really don't know. Is sleeping with the enemy like a thing?
Remember we said that?
Yeah.
We actually said, like, you're like sleeping with the enemy. And I was like, oh my God, like, no wonder why, they say that. And it's actually really true because you really don't know somebody. And it's actually crazy, as long as I was with that person, you really don't know somebody. And I just wish that I would have known or saw the red flags, but I didn't see them because I was so in love. And I was just thinking like, oh my God, this is it. Like, I'm going to have a family with this person. It was all public. It was like, the beautiful wedding. Mm-hmm. That wedding was
dream.
It was the dream
Was
wedding.
it televised?
It was televised 4 episodes.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was.
And you're in it, right? You're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, the fairy tale, and this is amazing. And then you probably saw things that were like a little questionable, but you kind of threw them under the rug, maybe in hindsight.
When your partner's not having sex with you, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, intimacy is one of the things that goes down the road once you've been married for years, if there's trouble in paradise. Not when you're leading up to getting married and getting married in the beginning stages. That's your honeymoon phase.
Exactly. And especially like, right after the wedding and all that, it's just like, even on our wedding night, we didn't even sleep with each other. So, I mean, that was,
he was drunk maybe?
No. I don't know. Just put it this way. I was in my hotel room by myself. So, well, actually I had one of my friends with me, but it was like, she was like in and out of the room. And then one of my guy friends was in and out, and it was just like, where is he? I don't know. It was just a lot.
You were disconnected from the beginning.
I guess.
Right?
I didn't really know that.
Right.
But I should have saw red flags. And, I guess now I'm starting to say I want to just see green flags. But it's hard. It's hard to see when you're in love with somebody and you really want this to work out. And you're just seeing, like, the good in someone. Because I really do look at people and I'm like, all right, I feel like I'm like a fixer. I don't know. And I don't know why I'm trying to do that. And I'm like, well, I'm not fixing. I can't fix somebody.
No,
I can only fix myself.
You only have control of yourself in this world. So listen, I always tell people, if you're dating, keep your eyes wide open. Once you're divorced, kind of shut them. And what does that mean? You can't change people. They have to want to change. You don't like the toilet seat up in the middle of the night? Then you know what? Let's talk about it, and let's say why it bothers you in the middle of the night when you sit and it's, you're in a deep hole. Those are the things that you guys have to talk about.
So
but
true.
If they don't want to change, if somebody that you love doesn't want to change for themselves or for you, they're not going to. So it's an 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, if you can handle your significant other and all of the stuff that comes with them, because nobody's perfect. I mean, we're kind of close, but
I mean, we are beautiful.
I mean, hey,
look at us. Even me with no sleep last night, I was like, hey, I'm
you've never looked better.
Really?
I honestly
feel like I
have
look
to
drained,
tell
but
you look beautiful,
more
fantastic, radiant,
gained a little bit of weight.
healthy, sexy.
you.
No, I'm proud of you. I feel like you look like
you.
you're in your era right now.
Because I was getting too skinny, remember, from all the stress.
Yeah. Stress
Yeah.
does that to people.
Oh, yeah.
And we call it the divorce diet. When people are literally going through divorce, they start to shed weight. A lot of people gain weight, like really depends.
I shed it all the weight. Yeah.
But you look great.
Thank
and
you.
I feel like, this whole concept of love, finding and attracting love. People always say, well, how long do you think I should date before I get married, Vikki? And I'm like, well, Angelina just told us that she was dating somebody for 6 years. She still didn't know them. She gets married and gets divorced. How soon after?
After 2 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's an interesting statistic.
Yep.
For somebody in their 30s to get married and get divorced so quickly.
Yeah. It was, right? It's not really, it's rare, kind of.
It is not that common. Yes.
Why?
Definitely. Well, I think a lot of young people get married, they have children, they kind of start that ball rolling. They don't realize that they're not right for each other 5, 7, 10 years into it. Mm-hmm. I think you didn't see the red flags from what I understand. And you also believed in love. Like you wanted it, right? It
really
was something
badly.
important to you.
And I wanted a family.
Right.
And he wanted a family. But you can't have a family with somebody that is literally living a double life. Like you can't, and I've been hearing this with a lot of people nowadays. It's like, you really don't know. It could be a female, male. We're not going like it's just, just men are doing it. No. it's a lot of like people that just don't know what's going on with that person. That people are living double lives.
Right.
And I think because of social media now, that social media is so big, and we're learning more about people than we've ever, because now things are coming out and it's out in the open more.
Right.
And
you can get caught.
You can get
Ring
caught.
camera.
What about that Coldplay? Can we
I
even
mean, talk about that.
Oh,
How insane was that? I mean, like, she dropped down. He
What
was
an
like, oh my
idiot.
God. I mean, that's like a divorce attorney's dream, because that's evidence exhibit A right
They
there.
should have called you.
I
What the hell?
mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know where they are. I think maybe California, but I think.
Are they?
I
I
don't
thought it was a
know.
Jersey. Was it? Oh,
With
no,
a concert, maybe,
the
but
concert.
yeah, I think maybe where they live.
Well, they're both idiots, and honestly, they were both. I mean, how do you go to a public place like
Right.
that? I guess because they thought it was like a crowd and like
Right.
no one was going to see them. That was the craziest thing. And he's like, "Oh, hey, oh yeah." Like I think he was just joking.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Yeah.
he realized what was
What was
going
going-
on, and then it went viral.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I think today with technology, cheating, living double lives, like, I don't know how people think they're going to get away with it.
I don't
so
get it.
come out, be brave. If you're not happy in your relationship, you know what? It's time to talk. People can divorce with dignity and get out of it.
Yeah.
Make sure the children are okay. So I don't know why people do it today and they still continue, but you want to align yourself with somebody that's real, authentic, and I think that's your error right now, right? You want to be real, you want to be true to your word,
Yep.
and you want to attract the right person. So if I was to ask you, do you think you married somebody in your family? Like, you usually say that you married your mother, you married your father, you married a stepfather. Who do you think you married?
I would say.
I just made that
I would
question
say
up.
both fathers.
Really? A combination?
Yeah, I would say yes.
So the next time around, what would you do? Who would you marry?
None of that. None of that. Like I would, but it sucks because you really do go for, and why do we do that? I guess because of our childhood, our
wounds.
childhood wounds, that we actually do go for somebody that is like your father. If you have daddy issues,
Right. Good or bad.
Good or bad, yeah. And I've had nothing but bad. So I'm not even kidding. I mean, I found out my dad wasn't my dad. That I thought was my father after 37 years of living. So
How do you cope with something like that?
I don't know how I'm still even okay. Like I have to say, there are times where I'm like, Vikki, I'm not strong, but I am strong.
You're strong.
Can you imagine finding that out and
No.
like literally not even knowing you have a 28-year-old sister walking around, and we were in the same place at the same time at the same brunch, and she was at a different table and she saw me, and and I had no idea I had a grandmother that was alive. I never knew that I had another aunt and 8 or 9 different cousins. I'm like, there's a whole other family I didn't even know about.
I mean, this is like traumatic.
It is traumatic.
And
Yeah.
for you to be sitting, standing, I hope behind the scenes you're doing the work, because everybody needs help.
Yeah.
Whether
I
it's
am-
therapy,
I am
life
speaking
coach,
to somebody, yes.
friends. I mean, that's like a bombshell that
Yeah.
most people would be flattened out.
And now my mom doesn't talk to me, and I don't speak to, both of the fathers, and I like it better that way. But the mom not speaking to me is kind of, a gut punch, because it's like, you lied. Like, let's be real. And I was there for you after, even though I knew you lied, I still was there for you, and now you want to not be around me because of something that had to do with money. Everybody likes to, especially in my position, it's very hard, and I think this is why Vinny Guadagnino is still single, because it's hard for us to, A-listers, reality stars, anybody in the public eye, it's hard to actually, and this is another reason why a lot of Hollywood couples, they always break up, because, except actually if they're like 2 celebrities, it's a little different. But if you're a celebrity, I don't even consider, people
are.
consider me a celebrity.
You
I know,
are.
I'm going to have to say
You
that,
are.
but
You're a reality star.
if I'm dating, I'm not saying a regular person, but a person that's not in the spotlight,
media,
in
yeah,
the media, then it's hard, because you don't know if that person's using you for your money and for your fame.
How do you know? What's the test?
you
What's
really-
the litmus test to know?
There is
This
no test.
You want to know, why do you want to date me? Because you saw me on TV, or I saw you at the bagel store and you think I'm attractive?
Exactly. So it's like you really just have to figure it out for yourself, and it's like you got to take time, and it's hard.
Yeah, and you need other people that you love and support and that love you to say, okay, hey, how's this guy I'm dating and what do you think? Are there red flags? You do a background check, you check them out, you meet their families. That's important for you and everyone else that's in your shoes
Yeah.
and anybody, quite frankly. You know, today people say things, they have alternative motives and you don't always know why they
Yeah.
want to be with you.
Yeah, and it's hard for me too because I really want to be with somebody that has a family and like has a big family, and you know, because I don't have a family.
Right.
I don't have like I only have my sister and my uncle basically. The new sister, me and her are very tight, and then my uncle and my grandmother.
Right.
But other than that, I don't talk to anybody else, and it's unfortunate, and it's not my doing. It's because of money and all that bullshit. But yeah, it's hard because when I'm with somebody that has a whole family and I don't even talk to them, it's just kind of tough.
Yeah, that is. And
You
you're
know?
also making people that you meet part of your family, right? You don't have to actually be born into a family to feel like people can
Yeah.
become family.
Exactly.
Right? You know, it's hard
Yeah.
to trust people. And when you do find somebody like that, you want to keep them around.
Yeah, 100%. And I want to build my own family, but it's not happening for me so far. But I guess it's just God's doing, and I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen. I take day by day at this point.
Yeah. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be, if it's meant to be.
That's it. That's how I live right now. I swear I just wake up every day and I'm like putting one shoe on, the other shoe on. I'm like, all right, whatever you want, God. Like,
Minute to
let's
minute.
just minute to minute. That's how I have to live because if I go crazy or I get upset every single second about things, I'm going to lose my mind. So you can't live like that.
No, you really can't. You
Yeah.
have so much to be grateful for.
100%.
All right, so let's be real. Has anyone ever loved the real Angelina or only the Angelina that everyone knows on TV?
Oh, that's a tough question. Well, I think I don't even know where to go with this. So far, I've seen just no. You know what? I think when I had that hiatus and I wasn't on TV for a while, I think guys were in it for me more. Then when I got back on TV, it was like, oh crap, you know. But I think Chris really did care about me. I think he cared about me a different way. I think he really did. I don't think, except for the verified check thing. That was
I don't know.
he wanted a verified check on Instagram, but I was just like, come on, dude. A lot of these guys want that, but I think Vin, the one that I'm with now, you know, we've had our breakup and we've had a public breakup, and then he had a girlfriend, and he said it wasn't a girlfriend, but then, you know, I was just doing whatever, and we're back together now, and we just filmed actually together, and I'm trying to look at like the positive of this, you know, but I do want him to, we just filmed and we were talking about what I really want in the relationship, and he wants me to lay off of him with the whole going to the gym thing, but you go 3 times a day, sometimes 2. It's okay. But I mean, listen,
Is
if
he
that's,
like totally buff? I mean,
yeah,
that's like,
if that's the
least
worst thing,
yeah,
all right,
we'll
as
handle
long
that.
as you're not watching like
Yeah.
weird porn and shit. then
80-20 rule, remember?
Yeah.
20%
Yep.
going to the gym 100 times.
It's
Okay.
fine, whatever. But I said to him what I wanted was to make amends, like have your family and me be good again, because I don't know what happened, and I haven't seen that happen yet, but I'm wishing for the best. I'm just praying that it will happen.
Yeah, and you look, open communication, telling people what you want is in a relationship's really important,
Yeah.
and you deserve to be part of his family because that's an extension of him.
Well, I only met his mom and his sister once, so I don't know, or twice. I think 2 times actually. But I don't know what happened, like, you know, and he proposed to me and then shit just hit the fan. I don't know. But yeah, I want that to be a thing. So I want that. I think he loves me. I think
For you? For Angelina, the
Well,
real person?
I really hope so, Vikki. Honestly,
Okay.
I really hope so, because if it's not real love, then I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm praying.
Well, you're
going to
move on, but let's hope, right?
Let's pray.
He knows you like nobody else.
Yeah, he really does.
That's important because you open up. I know you're honest and you're vulnerable.
A little too much.
I know. Well, that's a
little
quality.
too
I
much.
think that's why people really like you and follow you and want to watch you, because you are brutally truthful. And it's really hard to be honest, right?
Not for me.
Yeah, but why is it so easy for you?
I don't know. And you know what? I have like diarrhea of the mouth, and I have to stop because I am too honest to the point where like it smacks me in the butt.
Right.
And it just hits
Sometimes.
me in the face because when I tell somebody, so what I do wrong and I notice something about me, and I'm this is the whole thing with therapy, you're realizing, all right, this is what I have to change. I tell people way, especially in relationships, way too much. Say I'm going on a first date, right? I'm sitting across from the guy. Instead of me like going back and forth, I'm like, all right, there's a little bit of like tension, like silence and stuff. So I'm just like, blah, 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 and I'm just telling the guy my whole life story.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Right.
Because what happens is now the guy knows way too much about me and I know nothing about him.
But is it nervousness? Is it just like
Yeah, I think so. I think
it's
it's
part
and
of it?
It's yeah, because I think I don't like the silence.
Right.
I think I feel like, oh, if he's not speaking,
Something's wrong.
Then something's wrong, maybe whatever, and I have to jump in there. If he's not talking, so then I have to. You know what I mean?
Got it.
That happens in for a lot of dates that I've had, and I'm just like, why? And then eventually, even in like full blown relationships, I noticed I was always the one.
talking, communicating, bringing it right?
And then they know way too much about me,
Right.
and then they throw a lot of the relationships I've had. They throw it in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, you did it, and I'm like, well, I told you that, and you wouldn't have known that unless I told
Right.
you that.
Being honest.
So I think my whole thing for telling you this is, I want everybody to know. Don't go out and tell somebody everything about your life right off the jump.
Right.
Let them earn that.
Yeah.
Let them earn getting to know you little by little. That was my fault. I literally just let everybody in too quickly. And I think I just give too many people trust when it's not earned.
Right.
And I have to do it the opposite.
One-way streets. You have to teach and show me that I can trust you.
Yep.
You can ask questions. You can be like, so tell me about yourself. Keep your lips closed.
Yes.
I think a lot of people do what you're talking about, and then a lot of people do the opposite, but that's really good advice. I also think you don't care what people think.
I do. I really.
To some degree, but you wouldn't be telling people everything and you wouldn't be on TV if you really, really cared, right? To
Yeah,
some degree.
I
Everyone
get
has
it.
an ego. Everyone, feels like, oh my God, I don't want people talking about me negatively. But you know what? Being brutally honest, there's a confidence that
Really?
comes with it.
That's a good thing to know because there's a lot of times where I'm like, I'm not confident. But you know what? You're right. Maybe that is a thing.
You better talk to your therapist about this because I'm not kidding you.
I didn't even speak to her about that.
I believe like if you're like, this is my truth and this is how I feel, because I have nothing to lose. Like that's how I think you come at it.
Oh, 100%.
Like what are you gonna do to me? And this is my truth, Angelina's truth.
Yep.
I respect you for that because
Thank
I
you.
think it's really hard to come out and tell your truth about yourself. Right? Where you've been, the difficulties, but people align with you, they empathize, they sympathize, and they want to kind of hear what you have to say because you are real. That's crazy
I
to
pride
me.
myself on that too because I'm like, I'm the most authentic, like to myself. Like I want to go out there and tell people the truth. I don't like being, I can't lie.
Right.
You ever see Liar Liar? Like when he
Yes,
couldn't
yes,
lie?
yeah.
That is so me. And look, that's him being a lawyer, right? Like,
It's true,
so look
though.
at you. Like,
I can't lie.
See?
That's just not
That's
in
why
my
me and
DNA.
you get along, 'cause
I
you
know.
can't lie.
That's not in my DNA. I think the people that lie are covering up for their real truth that they don't have the courage to speak about.
that's a good point,
Which is
actually.
exactly the opposite of you. So you can't attract somebody like that because you
Wow.
want to be honest. Like, tell me your inner secrets. Like, you were living on the streets. Like, I'll help you. Like, that's who you are. And you got to be careful about who you connect with because those characteristic traits don't match.
Yep.
But that's one thing I love about you. I really do. Like, you're honest. It should be tattooed. Like, I am talking straight truth. That's how
you. I appreciate
how
that.
you work. And listen, and if people don't like it, it's okay. But they're always going to respect that you're being honest.
Yeah, I always say too, like if I say something about somebody, I'm gonna be able to say that same thing to their face.
Always. And
I
never behind their back. And you don't
No.
have to remember the lie,
That's another thing.
right?
'Cause I never have to remember the lie because I don't lie. So,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people are like, well, she's crazy and she's a psycho and she, this and that. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm just being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't fault me for being an honest person. A lot of people on reality TV, they're not honest.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen like a lot of bullshit go on.
Everything about this show on Jersey Shore, right? It's your life. It's real.
It is real.
And for you, Yes, that's how you make a living, but you're putting it all out there for people to see.
And I'm the one putting it all out there. Let me
You're
tell you
putting
that.
it all out
Like,
there.
I even said, I was like, I'm not filming with Vin again. And then sure enough, last week he was filming on camera with me. I'm like, damn it, they got me again. These producers, I swear, I love you guys, but damn, guys.
They're good.
They literally are good. No, they're good.
I know. They're good. I got one right
fall
over
for
here.
their shit
He's
all
good.
the time. And I'm like, guys, and now they're calling me. They're blowing up my phone all week. And I'm like, what do you guys want now? I'm like, you guys want more? I was like, I just gave you a whole freaking dramatic thing. Like, that's real.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, talking about real, now let's get into some betrayal, because this show is all about love, and then we get into lies. So you've talked openly about betrayal, not just from partners, but from your own mom, which cuts deeper. Being lied to by a lover or by a parent?
By a parent. Yeah. I would have to, and it's just not my mom only. It was, the father figures have done some stuff. But it is what it is, I can't keep dwelling on it because, like I said before, if I do that, then I'm just not moving forward in my life. Right. I wish them nothing but the best, and I have to just move on. And it sucks, it's like, it's even my sisters, my two sisters. I'm close with the new one, but the other two that I actually grew up with, we're not speaking, and they have kids, and I'll never be able to watch their kids grow up. And if I have a child, God willing, I don't see our families mending from this. But I was just a kid. Right. I didn't ask to be lied to. I took a DNA test. I found out I was lied to for 37 years, and then I'm at fault. I'm the piece of crap. Like, come on now.
No.
Give me a break.
No. The people need, grace needs to come upon you for something like this. This is hard stuff. Most people don't deal with this. So let's hope that in the future, maybe there is a way to make amends, because people change.
I hope, but they're very stubborn. And then you have the sister, the middle sister of mine that I grew up with. She's all over TikTok, writing that I was a bad sister, writing that I'm a piece of garbage. And she wanted me to make her TikTok famous. I'm like, are you kidding? Like, just, what do you even, and she's lying. She's literally on these Facebooks, like these Facebook, Jersey Shore, Facebook page, whatever it is, literally spewing lies about me. And I'm like, she doesn't, and she's like, I have receipts. Where are your receipts? Because you have been saying you're going to put out receipts about me for 2 years. Girl, put them out, because I want to see them. Because there's nothing you have. Like, and this is how disgusting that family would actually try to do that. Because
for fame, for money.
Well, because it's like, if I put you on a salary, if I put my family on a salary, will they love me, Vikki? Like, will they that's my whole question.
Right.
Will they love me?
Well, that's not love, right?
That's the question I ask.
No, you don't. You love people for who they are, for the connections, for the relationships. Look, everybody wants money, but that's secondary, right?
Yeah.
And that's also loving you for you.
If people didn't expect it from me so frequently,
right.
and just be like, oh, well, because she's my kid, like, I did so much for them, and they're like, she didn't do shit. And I'm like, no, I actually did. I have the receipts on that.
Right.
And
you can prove that.
Yeah, I can prove that. And it's like, well, you have no receipts. And it's like, we're going back and I'm not even going back and forth with them, actually. I'm the one that's just saying it to myself, because I'm like, you guys look like idiots. She looks like an idiot writing all over but it's just sad. Yeah. It's just sad how families can get so low and down and dirty about not getting money from somebody.
Yeah.
If
Why?
you
Because
guys didn't expect it and didn't say that I needed to do it, I would have given it to you. But because you get what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
When you expect something like that, and I've done a lot for you guys, and then you guys are lying and saying I didn't, when you expect, you don't receive.
No, you don't.
But if they would have just chilled the hell out,
right.
I would have given them the world.
Yeah, voluntarily.
I tried to buy my mother a house. I was trying to buy my mother, I don't know if you know about this.
No.
Alex was even, shout out to Alex, the real estate broker,
Alex.
Prisker. He's like, you better give me a shout out on that. I just did, Alex. Pain in my ass.
We'll text you later.
You're a
We
pain
have
in
a
my
closing
ass. I love
going
you,
on
though.
right now.
But Yeah, I feel like he even helped me look for a townhouse for my mom. But she doesn't remember that, and she didn't want to move to Jersey. I'm like, are you kidding? Like, so I've done a lot, Vikki.
Yeah, of course you have.
But they don't want to say that.
Right. So you stand in your truth and you stand in your power of what you've done. And listen, people come around or they don't. You know what I mean? You can't, bad energy and people that aren't wishing you well need to kind of walk away.
Especially at our age, like especially at my age now, I'm noticing like energy is a big thing and I can't have the negativity.
No, supporters, positivity, or nothing. Cut them out.
That's it.
So you were navigating a public divorce, as we know, betrayal, and family chaos. Was there ever a moment you thought, I don't know who I can trust anymore?
Oh my God, the whole entire time. The only person I trusted was you during the whole divorce. And I'm not just saying that. I swear to God, you were there for me, but then you came and swooped in, saved the day. But during that whole time, I was calling you like crazy. Remember? I was like calling you crying, like, I can't believe this. And you were like, you know, you're going to be okay. You were calming me down. You were talking me off the ledge. It was very, very, very bad.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, look, the stress level of a divorce can take you to like Mach 10 in 2 seconds. And then you're dealing with the public eye, and then we're dealing with court, and we're dealing with money.
Yeah.
All of those things are like a confluence of like a hurricane coming at you at full speed, and you just want to jump under the covers and never come out. And I know you had a really hard time, and I'm so glad that we met and that you trusted me then and you trust me now. And in your position, it's really hard to know who's real and who's not.
That's the big problem. But during that whole situation, you know, I realized I could trust you, thank God, and it brought us closer together because I really needed you to lean on during all that because, you know, who was saying this about me, who was saying that about me. I don't know, it was just crazy. And then you got me a divorce so quickly.
Yeah, I love that. I like to do it very quickly.
I have to say something about you. You are a beast. I say this to everyone. I swear to God, I'm like, Vikki is a beast. She's worth it. Like, hire her because she will get you divorced and you will not have. Remember the whole alimony thing? I was like, oh, hell no. Like, come on. Well, we can't really talk about that, but besides the point. I mean,
specifics. You don't talk about specifics about your case, and I think that's important. You know, not to. But I think in general, issues come up that people want, and we need to. You know, as attorneys, we need to fight for our clients and in terms of what we believe and what people are entitled to.
Yep.
And people out there need to, number one, pick lawyers that are aligned with, you know, what they're looking for, settlement, litigation, whatever it may be, understanding the fees. And sometimes you have to pay, right, to get good results, but we never can guarantee them. You need people to fight for you and advocate for you.
What they say, you get what you pay for, and you get what you pay for with Vikki. So I'm not just saying this. Like, I swear.
You don't say things you don't mean.
I don't. And I preach to everyone about you. I'm like, hire Vikki. We were just talking to Tom Arnold. I was like, hire Vikki, Tom Arnold.
Oh my
but
God.
I was like,
he's so cute,
he's
by the
so
way.
cute.
Oh my God. And he's like obsessed with you.
I love Tom Arnold.
Oh my
He was just
God,
on my podcast. He's going to go on yours. And, you know, that man's been through hell, man. And I'm just like,
terrible.
It literally, divorce can age you, drain you, drain your
Get
pockets.
you sick.
I was sick. Tom was sick. Like, it takes years
terrible.
off your life.
Yeah, it's a terrible experience. Nobody's like, hey, let's get divorced and feel good about it.
Hell no.
Of course, look, you want to
No.
get out, you want to get to the other side and you want to be happy. And if your marriage isn't working, great. But the process, the journey is very
The
difficult.
unknowing.
Oh, well, yeah, like the landmines that you're not ready for. So you need a good team and a good advocate behind you to help you get through it. And there's a lot of things that I think you probably looking back would do differently. Had you known what is a prenup, how could that support and help you?
My God.
Right? There's so many things that you came to me too late for a lot of it.
The prenup? Yeah, that was another thing. Remember that whole thing? Like, it was never executed to you. So why do you want me to pay you for something that wasn't executed? I'm like, oh, hell no. And then she was getting, like, my coworker involved, and I was like, no. And then we figured out that there was no prenup.
I mean, yeah, you
I
either
couldn't
have
even,
one
the
that's
whole
executed
year,
and
I thought I had a prenup.
Yeah, you either have a prenup that's fully executed, witnessed, right? Mutual exchange, there's consideration, and then there's a copy with attachments, or you don't. It's like you're either pregnant or you're not.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, yeah.
problematic because we always need to have a full document to make sure it was witnessed, executed when, and the terms were, understood and counsel was involved. So
Yeah.
that's a very important component. And people, at your age and in the 20s and 30s need to think about, hey, you could become Angelina one day.
Oh, yeah.
And you could have nothing coming out of college or coming out of a job, and then all of a sudden blow up like you and have a lot of money and need to be protected. So it's an important conversation that so many people forget about.
Well, it's taboo. They don't want to talk about it because I feel like, especially I had an ex-fiance, obviously, because I've been engaged 4 different times. I'm like the Tom Brady of engagement rings. Don't worry, I gave
them back.
I gave them all back. I was just gonna say, you read my mind. I gave them all back.
Good, because in New Jersey you have to.
Yeah, you guys can take it. Just shove it up your ass. So anyway, besides sticking
They're
where the sun
probably really
don't shine,
big, so
freaking
I don't
freak
know.
shows. Anyway, besides the point of that, I remember my ex-fiance saying, "Oh, I want you to sign a prenup," and this is when I didn't get back on the show yet, and I was like, "Okay, whatever." But it was the craziest thing because his mother was involved, and she was like, "You better fucking sign that thing," and I'm like, "I'm gonna sign it, trust me."
That's coercion, and nobody can force you to sign
I
it.
was
You have to voluntarily sign it.
I was making tacos in the pan. She's like, "You better fucking." I'm like, "Oh."
That's a red flag right there.
No, thank God that didn't work out.
Yeah.
He's a pothead now anyway. So we don't want to be with that.
No, we like clean.
He smokes his whole house out. So literally you open his door and you just see smoke coming out. I'm like, I'm good. He wanted to get back with me too, another one.
Oh.
They always want to come back.
Well, because you're a good person.
Thank you. And they must miss something about me. I don't know. I know a lot of the things.
That X-rated podcast is
no, not only
down the
that, but
street.
it's just I think they like the fact that I'm just so honest and I'm just I'm very feisty, and that's what I love. I love that I do that. But what was I getting to? Oh yeah, the prenup. A lot of people don't want to speak about prenups because it's like, oh, I'm going to hurt the other person, or the other person's going to get upset with me, and now we're going to fight. But what is there to fight for? Why are you guys fighting? It's your money. You worked hard for it. Why don't you want to get a prenup? Because that person can come. You can marry that person, and if you don't have a prenup, you're screwed. If you start making a lot of money. Right?
Yeah. I mean, look what you can do before you get married to resolve all the open issues, except for children, custody and child support. And then if you do get divorced, you've already resolved all the issues. So you're literally putting an agreement together and you're getting divorced and you're short tracking it. Not everybody gets divorced quickly. Best practices in certain states, and specifically New Jersey, a year you're supposed to get divorced. People are not getting divorced in a year. It's taking time, and they're living together.
Oh my God.
And they're miserable. So to me, look, prenups are not romantic. But I think they're a necessary discussion.
I think everyone should have a prenup.
I think it's really important.
I'm not kidding.
I'm a very big proponent. You know that of them. I think it's a good way to also get to know somebody that you're going to marry. What's your care? If I have children, do you want me to go back to work? Am I going to stay home? Are you okay with that? What do you want to do? Do you have a Corvette account? Do you have a Mercedes account? Are you a shopper? Are you at Gucci every day? You need to know these things. And if you don't talk about them before you get married and you just put your head in the sand, bombastic problems happen.
Oh, that's what happened to me. And I had no idea half the stuff was happening. But that mid-marital agreement.
Yep. Oh, look at you with the legal terms. I love it. I taught you something.
So you did teach me this.
Ooh.
Can you explain what that is again?
Of course. So if you get married and you don't have a prenuptial agreement, and you still want to protect your assets during the marriage or what you had before, you can enter into a mid-marriage agreement. You can enter into a mid-marriage agreement or something called a post-nuptial agreement. Kind of the same concept. And basically, you're protecting your assets while you're married so that you're kind of doing what you should have done before you got married and you're correcting course. That's what you're doing.
And that's what I did with you.
Yes.
Yes, so that's what actually saved me, correct?
It protected assets that could have been subject to distribution.
Okay.
And perhaps other issues. So definitely you can cultivate and sculpt the protections that the court necessarily would not implement so that, hey, I have a Basquiat on the wall that I bought with marital money, but I want to make sure that it's mine if we get divorced. A post-nup or, that would kind of say, it's mine in the event versus, hey, it was marital money. I want half of that $10 million painting.
Okay.
So you can put what is yours in a postnuptial agreement. You can discuss what happens with a house. If the house is in your name and you didn't sign a prenup, all of a sudden you're married, He may start getting rights because he's living there and paying the mortgage down. Your position is no, it's clear, it's my house. And even if you contribute anything to the marriage or the mortgage or the taxes or you buy groceries, this house is not subject to distribution just because you live here and voluntarily pay gifts. That's the difference between not having a post up and saying, okay, I'm acquiring equity in a house even though my name's not on it. That's how you start protecting yourself. So
And what about
prenup
for
versus
people?
postnup.
What about for people that are not married? Because we all know about that right now. Like, I'm not married.
Yeah.
What about somebody like in my situation where you're dating somebody, you're not married anymore, and you're not married to that person that you're with now, and they start living with you in your house, my house.
Yeah, so you have to have a cohabitation agreement.
Okay.
It's really important for people that are not necessarily going to get engaged and don't need a prenup yet, but own a lot of assets, are very successful, and somebody comes and lives with you. You want to establish rights and responsibilities so nobody can say, hey, I acquired any type of rights, beneficial rights to a property for any specific reason. And most states don't have common law marriage any longer, so you don't have to necessarily worry about that, but you want to protect people from a palimony argument, which is also antiquated. And there's other things in the law that you want to make sure that you say, okay, we're living together, we're not married, you're not acquiring any rights, and you're basically living here because I'm allowing you. And if we break up, you need to exit immediately, and you take nothing with you other than the clothes on your back.
Okay. Even if they're like paying some like an electric bill or like whatever.
And that's your agreement, but that doesn't mean that they automatically get entitlement to a property.
Okay.
That's important.
Yeah, that is important to know.
Houses are the biggest issue people fight over. That's what I'm
that's a
fighting.
big thing. It's
Alimony,
a big thing.
Obviously child support and custody, but houses, because it's where you live, it's your home, and nobody wants to leave. And people always want to say, well, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I decorated, and then your spouse put the money in, so who's entitled?
It's crazy.
Yeah, so
I
why
don't know
not?
how. I got to tell you, I don't know how you do it. I really don't. You must go like this, like, oh my God, this person's fine. Like, what
All
was
day.
Can I ask you? I know this is your like.
I love this.
I'm
Because
asking
you're
you
a
questions.
podcaster.
I really have this one question for you. What was the craziest thing? I don't know if you could say it.
What?
Craziest thing you're like, really gonna fight over that?
A bottle of olive oil.
No
Yes.
way.
So I said,
That's Italian. I know.
so crazy. So I
It's
said,
so
let's go
funny.
to Italy. It was like some
That's so
special,
funny.
special friggin', they like grabbed it off the tree. And I was just like, okay, listen.
What?
Yeah, they took the olives, they stomped on it. And I was like, I'll take everyone
All right,
there.
Laverne and
And we're going to
Shirley.
go literally, and we'll go
Fuck.
back to Italy. And we'll get the bottle of olive oil and we'll come back.
How much was the bottle?
I mean, it was like probably like $25.
What an asshole.
No, but they were fighting. Like, it must have been really good. But I mean, that's crazy.
What are they going to do? Soak themselves?
I
Like,
said
are
to
they going to bathe in it? What are you going to do? How much cooking
Yeah,
can you
I
do
know,
with
it's
this thing?
crazy.
Go to freaking
Got-
Whole Foods and buy yourself another one, you idiot.
Yeah. But
I
this is
can't.
what
These
people
are
fight
such
over.
idiots. When you were dealing with that, were you like, what the hell is this? What is going on?
You know, my mediation hat goes on because I love to like problem solve. But I was like, listen, guys, this is like, let's think about what we're arguing over. Like, this is
I gotta give you
ridiculous.
a lot of
Yeah.
props. I would have been pulling my hair out of my head and been like, all right, peace out.
I
Like,
have a
would've
lot
been
of
like,
patience, but
you really
yeah,
do.
no, there are crazy things people fight over
Jesus.
because it's not the item. It's like,
It's
I
just-
want it. It's mine. I bought it when I was there. It
It's
means
just like they're
something
trying
to
to
me.
like go at the other person.
And it's just, it's like they
Olive
dig their
oil.
heels and olive oil.
I never thought I would hear that in a day in my life. This has made my day.
Yes, it's
Olive
true.
oil.
That is the truth.
Tell me you're Italian. Really?
Married to one. All
That's
right.
so funny.
Divorce court versus reality TV. What do you think's more brutal?
Oh, that's a crazy question. These are hard hitters.
We're thinkers over here.
I've never seen you in court, which I really want to see you
Yeah.
in court. I have to go one day
Yes.
with you. Can I tag along?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's a public courtroom.
Because I can imagine, like, you're obviously a beast without even being in the court with me. So I can imagine what you're like in there. I would say reality TV is pretty brutal.
I would say so.
Reality TV is like, all right, you film and then you
Yeah.
got to relive it. You know,
Yeah.
now it's like, it used to be a year that they turn over a TV show. Like, it takes a year to edit. Now it's 6 months, not
Right.
even.
Right.
So we're filming right now and the new season's going to air in January. And I'm like, we're not even done filming. And like,
Wow.
so I have to relive
Yeah.
everything I just went through. And it is hard. And But divorce is hard too. And I can imagine divorce court. But reality TV takes the cake.
I think so. Now, do you watch every episode live?
Hell
Like,
no.
You know what? And
Not anymore.
This is so funny. I want everyone to listen to this because I had a show on Bravo for 2 years and I loved it and we did really well. And everyone's like, Vikki, and they're texting me and we're like trending on Twitter and I was sleeping. And I'm like, I don't want to watch myself. I'm like, oh God, my hair looks horrible. I said that. Like,
No.
No,
But
like,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, a lot
'cause
of
I'm like
people
that.
don't
Now I
watch
got
their
like this.
own show again. And a lot of people do. And it's exciting and their family's watching. But you don't watch every episode because number one, you know what you've said. You've been on for so long and you're just like, it's another night.
Well, that and then the editing has been taking me for a ride lately. I did do a podcast with Tony, and I did say the truth about some of the editing is a little, a little wonky, and it's hard because I'm so out there that like I've been through a lot of stressful stuff on the show,
yeah.
so it's like not drinking a pina colada and
Right.
just sitting by the beach, you know?
It's hard.
like
It's deep.
like my role, not even role, I would say, because it's real life. My position on the show, I'm gonna say position, is literally like, all right, there's drama, stress, then finding this out, finding that. It's like a lot of, it's not really fun.
Right.
But
No.
but then when I do get to have fun with the roommates, because we're all in a great place right now. I love that I'm in a great place
Yeah.
with all of them. Finally, yeah, hallelujah. I want to keep it this way because I love that I'm good with the roommates.
Right.
I have things that are happening outside of that is just drama in itself, but. Yeah, it's been a lot because you have to relive it. You have to
Yeah.
watch it over,
And it's hard.
And lately I have not been watching it because, for me, I feel like it just got a little too dark, and I couldn't watch the darkness. I like to watch the fun episodes if I know it's
Right.
going to be like a drunken
Yeah.
Angelina and Snooki
Right.
and the Spiral Squad and Dina, and we're all like trashed and having a fun time. That's an episode I'll watch because I love to laugh and giggle and we like to tweet and all that. But if it's like knowing about that a traumatic thing happens and I have to rewatch that, I can't watch it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And look, divorce scars and family scars and bringing
That
that,
was
up,
hard
it's
to
real.
watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that, those kind of episodes can really,
My dog passing
Hit.
away and then like the final moments of me holding her and doing a whole photo shoot with her, that was hard to watch. Even though they did a great goodbye to her and a great tribute to her,
Right. that's just devastating.
it was just very hard for me to watch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I know. I saw a picture of Enzo, my dog, who passed away. It'll be 2 years in October.
so
And he was
sorry.
on Bravo back in the day, and it was the cutest picture. And it popped up the other day, and I was like, oh, and Dan knows.
Yeah.
We're in the elevator, and this guy has this cute little dog, and we're all like, oh, my God, look, can we say hi to your dog? And we're like, what's his name? He's like, Enzo.
Oh, geez.
And I was like, and my daughter's like, Mommy's about to start crying. And I was like,
See, it doesn't matter. Like animals are
no.
just,
they're your family.
they are your family. And
And we've always been connected that way.
I love animals.
My
and we love
mom's
animals.
cat lived till 21. Like who? Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
but
that's
your
amazing.
animals.
They're my kids.
They lick your tears. They support you. They love you. They cuddle. Especially when you're going through a really hard
They
time.
always do that.
Yeah, my dog was there always for us. We'd
No
bring
matter
him.
what.
He was our mascot at the firm too. At the Ziegler Law Group.
May he
Yep.
rest in peace.
Yeah.
Did you get a new dog?
Not yet. I'm still mourning.
have to.
I will.
Because I actually, it's crazy that your dog, Enzo's going to bring another dog into your life.
Yeah, for
I don't know if
sure.
you realize that. And he might be reincarnated
Yeah.
in that dog.
But
if
my
it's a
mom
baby.
goes, call him Enzo. And I'm like, there'll never be another Enzo. I can't call a new dog Enzo,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you can if you want. But the
I don't
thing-
think so.
When Peanut was still alive, I remember I actually hosted a whole fundraiser for a couple of shelters and a couple of animal rescues.
amazing.
And I met Vivian, which is now my rescue dog. And I had Peanut for Peanut was going slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like really declining in health. But at that time, me and Vivi weren't connected yet because I was really focused on Peanut and she was really getting bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, like I have this other rescue. I rescued her. And now me and her are inseparable.
She's rescuing
I
you.
think Peanut definitely, yeah, she has been my savior, literally. I'm not kidding. Even yesterday, I was like laying and she laid her little face on me. I'm like, who are you in this little little body? You are a dream. Animals, people just, they gotta love animals because
Oh, yeah.
God's watching everything.
Oh yeah, and we should
They're
do
the
some type
best.
of fundraiser because I'm a animal lover.
I love animals.
And when people are getting divorced, they fight over children and they fight over their animals pretty hard
I was just
too.
gonna ask you that.
I have negotiated, I have mediated parenting time for dogs, cats, iguanas. I've
Iguanas?
snakes.
I mean, they're animals too.
Hamsters. hamsters, fish,
Pets.
a lot of pet custody. And listen, you know what? I believe in it. I know how much, animals can do for people, how healing it is, soothing, especially during a tough time. So
They really are.
I'm all about the pet custody.
No, it's amazing.
So, Ange, in this show, we talk about our childhood wounds a lot because I think it really develops and creates who we are today. And if you had your younger self kind of on your lap, and as you're getting older, saying, you know what, if you're going to get married again, what would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self to just be with somebody that really wants to be with you. Excuse me. Be with somebody that really wants to be with you. And it's going to be hard to, figure that out, but you have to trust your intuition, because that's another thing I don't really trust so much for some reason. I'm like, oh, I feel this about somebody, but I'm not acting upon it. Like, I have to act on it. If I feel somebody's using me, why am I still staying? That's another thing. So and get a prenup. Make sure you protect yourself. That was a very big lesson I learned.
How about be kinder to yourself?
Be kinder to yourself. That's a big one.
Because I think we're all too tough on ourselves, and I think you're tough on yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And I think sometimes you got to sit back and be proud of yourself and give yourself grace. And as much as you've been through, you have a beautiful life.
It is true. I'm very blessed, and you're right. I have to give myself more grace, and everybody out there has to give themselves more grace, 100%.
All right, I know you're the queen of getting engaged. Would you ever consider getting married again, or is the institution of marriage dead to you?
Well, they do call me Hoarder of the Rings for a reason, like Lord of the Rings.
I love that.
Hoarder of the Rings. No, I gave him back. Tom Brady, I'm coming for you. I'm just kidding.
He is single.
I'm like a J-Lo, but not really. Would I ever get married again? Damn, you are asking me these tough questions, Vikki.
We're deep on this Love, Lies, and Litigation podcast. We're thinkers here.
I would say after what I went through, I'm kind of like right now, no. I like where I'm at, and I like that I'm with Vin and we're engaged, and I think it's amazing this way right now. I think it's I do want to have children.
Okay.
I just feel like I'm traumatized. I am so traumatized. And I know a lot of people out there are traumatized from divorce.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, can I put my feet back in? I don't know at this time, probably not.
Yeah. Time heals. It's scary. And the answer no is okay. The answer is I've changed and I'm better. And yes, in the future, you open your mind and things change and life goes on.
Yeah,
absolutely. But right now, I think the PTSD of the process, marriage and divorce for you, is something that you're just kind of trying to get to know yourself again as a single, strong female, and dating and enjoying life.
Yeah, 100%. And if I do get married, I will be calling you up and we will be doing that prenup and doing that. We will be doing everything.
I'll find you if you don't, because you need to make sure you don't make the same mistake twice.
Oh. Ugh.
Fool me once, don't fool me twice.
100%. I will be calling you like, Vikki, and you're gonna be like, But I think you wouldn't care. You would be happy for me, no matter what. You actually wanted to. You were the one that was like, can we resolve your marriage? So that's another thing people don't know about you, that you don't want people to full blown get divorced. You're like, can you work this out? Remember you asked me that?
I do. It's kind of one of the first questions.
You did ask
Thank
me.
you for remembering that. I always say,
big.
is there any chance of reconciliation?
And that's huge for you to ask anybody.
Yeah, because most divorce attorneys, that's not really their role. It's to, kind of problem solve and help somebody get divorced. But I believe, as a kind of a humanity component, if there is a chance for two people to stay married, then it's worth a shot. And I'm always, I'm going to be here. I'm not retiring just yet. So
no, you're so young. You still got a lot of time. But when you asked me that, I was like, oh my God, she's really trying to and that's big, because you could have just jumped on, like you said before, the divorce aspect of everything and just doing that right away. But for you to ask your clients about that, hey, is there any way to resolve? That's big. That's very big of you, and that shows your character.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Love you for that. Thank you.
Love you.
So I have to tell you, one of the funniest lines that I've ever heard in my last 25 years, and I'm practicing for 25 years, which sounds crazy. I always think I'm 25 years old, but
You look 25, so.
Oh, you're sweet. Thanks. So I was sitting and I was talking to somebody, and she said to me, "You know, I'm done, Vikki. I am done powdering his balls." And I
Wait,
went,
what? Wait, are you
So,
serious?
and I asked her if I could repeat this
This is a
line,
real
because this
thing?
is a real thing, a real person. And I was in shock because I was like, is like people powder people's balls? And she's like, you never heard that before? And I was like, no. So I want it to be like a thing. Like, are you ever gonna powder anyone's balls?
Are they gonna powder my vagina?
I don't know.
Are they gonna powder my thing? Like I mean,
I think it's like kiss somebody's ass, but like I felt like that was the craziest thing I've ever heard.
that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I feel like everyone should be talking about
we
that.
should
Like,
actually start talking
yeah,
about that. We
Like,
should make
stop.
this like a real like
I know.
a
Are you,
TikTok viral thing.
Like, who powders your balls?
What do they want me to shave their balls
Right?
too? I'm good. I'm
Right?
so good.
How
Like,
crazy is that?
I mean, I get it's like a way that like a way of what do you
Yes.
call that? Like
it was
phrase
yeah,
that she
it was,
uses?
It
I
was
don't
a
know.
phrase, and
Wait,
it was
were you
something that she.
laughing?
I was on the ground, and I was like, "Are you okay with this?" Because I think this is the funniest thing I've ever heard. And she was like, "No, cool. You can say it. You can use it."
In
she's-
court?
Anything,
Like in the
anywhere, anywhere, yeah.
Oh, anywhere.
Yeah, she was like,
oh,
yeah.
we got to make this a TikTok
No,
viral
this is
thing.
this is like.
This is great.
Do
Thank
you
you to your
powder your
friend.
man's balls?
No, I will not.
Would you ever?
No.
Okay.
I mean, listen. If he's like in the hospital, God forbid, or if he's like needs me to powder, why would he need me to powder his balls in the hospital? Okay, that was weird. I don't. If he's shitting his no, I'm not gonna. If he needs diapers, that's one thing. If he needs me to clean that,
No, this is just like
powdering his balls.
You want me to be around
He better
you
be
all
buying
the
me.
time.
He better be powdering my
Well, if he brought you like home, like new diamond earrings and
No,
yeah,
probably not anyway.
Yeah, so I think she was trying to say to me, like, honestly, I do everything for him. I cook, I clean, I powder his balls. I do everything. Like, what else
so
can I
funny.
do for you?
Like-
and you're a jerk off. Like, I just thought it was
He is a jerk off.
hysterical. And yeah, she's a wonderful woman and
If she's
doesn't
literally
deserve anything.
powdering his balls,
Like, but is it literal?
no, it's literal.
You think so?
I think
Like,
I think it's literal. I think she's literally taking like that
taking
big
them,
powder puff
and
that
she-
like you get from whatever Lancome or Macy's or something.
Oh wait,
and
I
she's-
have it here with my makeup that I was doing
and she's
earlier.
literally like the smelling one back in the day where when our grandmas used to use it. And it's like, and it's like a
like
big
pick
powder,
yourself
like a
in
white
the
puff.
mouth.
She's powdering his
Yeah.
balls.
So like, I think there's a movement here that we need to start. Like,
No.
who powders anyone's balls?
And women out there should not be powdering their man's balls because they
they could powder their own balls.
they can powder their own balls.
Yeah.
Or
this
you
is
know,
a big
that's
deal.
not going to be a thing.
This is so. I'm
Your
glad.
friend is a G
No,
for this.
I know.
And she deserves the world
I was
for
gonna make
even
it
doing that.
right. I was gonna make it a G for sure. An OG. I was gonna make this like the title of one of my chapters because like I think this is like one of the best things I've ever heard.
I've never heard such a great. This is amazing.
And she's
This is
from
the best day
Staten.
of my life. Olive oil, powdering someone's balls. What's coming next?
I told you it would be worth your while.
You have some. Let me tell you, Vicki's got some stories.
Oh wait, they're coming out. We got a lot.
You got a lot more.
of material.
I'm
coming
gonna come
out.
back. I gotta
TV,
have
movies, podcasts. Books. That we're coming out with it all.
Well, I'm writing a book now.
Can't wait.
Oh,
it's like a tell-all.
It's gonna be a lot. Yeah, it's gonna be everything.
It's gonna be a bestseller. People need to get it, read it, digest it,
I have
learn from
an
you.
amazing ghostwriter right now, so he's writing everything, and I'm just telling him my life story.
I can't wait to read
So
it.
stay tuned for this.
Oh, it's
You're
gonna
gonna
be
be in it
awesome.
actually.
Oh, ooh, yay!
Can't wait. We're not on that chapter yet, but we will. We're getting there.
Okay, don't powder your balls, baby.
I'm not gonna be powdering no man's balls in my book. That's the funniest thing. I can't.
I was dead.
You were probably.
Dead.
I would have been dying.
Dead in the room.
Legitimately dying. Was it in her paperwork? No.
No, she just came out with it like
She's hilarious.
She's in a
Who is
Staten
this
Island
person?
mansion, and
That's what it is. The Staten Italy.
Oh my God! When she was like, and if you think I'm gonna powder his balls one more time, I'm not Vikki.
I am
And
dying.
I was.
She
It was
needs
like
to
the
be on
world.
she needs to be on reality TV.
The world stopped at that moment, and we had like 6 people in the room. I'm like, I'm sorry. Give me a minute. I gotta just laugh
Imagine this
and like,
poor woman's life.
yeah. Well, he's got a girlfriend, and
Oh hell no!
yeah.
The girlfriend better start powdering his balls because
Exactly.
the wife's not.
Yeah.
She's gonna be soon to be ex-wife,
Exactly.
so she's not doing it
'Cause
no
he's
more.
gonna get some blue balls if not.
He's gonna need a lot of. He probably has ED, erectile dysfunction.
Yeah. Angelina, thank you for your honesty, your strength, and your story. You are proof that love may knock us down, but with a good lawyer and some serious grit, we rise again. For our listeners, know your worth. Never underestimate the power of a woman who knows the law. Remember, protect your heart, honor the truth, and always fight for what's fair because you deserve it. For more podcasts and my show, Love, Lies, and Litigation, go to VikkiZ.com. I want to help you. Do you have questions? Email me at helpme@VikkiZ.com. I'm Vikki. Until next time, this is Love, Lies, and Litigation.